Hello, my name is Deb Z, and I'm a spiritual therapist. I spread knowledge, love, and ascension. Today I'm going to talk about the Galactic Federation and evolution. The Galactic Federation is a group of benevolent extraterrestrials who are working with Earth and God, the Divine Creator, to bring about a new golden age on Earth. The Galactic Federation's goal is to spread its teachings through channels such as channelers and light workers. They will teach ascension, free energy, anti-aging technologies, space travel. There are 12 races now in membership in the Galactic Federation: Ombre, Alpha Centaurians, Andromedas, Arcturians, Proteans, Sirians, Palladians, Lyrians, Orions, Altarians, Lyrans, Nibiruans, Altans, Ascended Masters, channeling our tools for ascension. All is being guided by this Galactic Federation group. Some of us will be able to ascend in their ships. Some of us will ascend on Earth, and some will be left behind. It all depends on your inner journey to enlightenment. Soon the Galactic Federation will make announcements on television. We will enter into crystalline form. This was an evolutionary step that was held back by fear, lack, and limitations. The Galactic Federation of Light was founded over 4.5 million years ago to prevent interdimensional dark forces from dominating and exploiting this galaxy. At present, there are just over 200,000 member star nations, confederations, or unions. Approximately 40% are humanoids, and the rest are varied forms of sentient beings. Most members are fully conscious beings. The Galactic Federation of Light is composed of many worlds, and they are committed in helping Earth ascend. These great beings of light made groupings known as the Federation. We are always being observed and protected by the Earth Alliance and Galactic Federation. Light has beat out the dark. Planet Earth is currently raising and liberating at this time. We are all members of the Galactic Federation. We stand for peace and harmony throughout the entire universe. It is our mission to spread God's love and light. The Galactic Federation of Worlds is a membership of all sentient beings who want to live in peace with all galactic societies. It is a divine organization that also includes Earth. Not every sentient being in the universe is good, but the majority of beings in our worlds prefer God's light. This union was important to help with the evolution of consciousness and to ensure peace and freedoms for those of the light. Everyone is doing their part for the collective. We are awakening to our true selves, and it is shifting the consciousness of Earth. We are in the last remnants of the third dimensional world. The inorganic signs and symptoms are leaving our world. By removing the old matrix, we are returning to our original state of living and existing. We are returning to being more organic. The lie of the old matrix was designed to keep you stuck in old frequencies. The old matrix is coming down faster and faster. The third dimension is removing itself. The awakening has started. There are enough of us that started their awakening process so that the Earth will start its ascension towards a higher dimension of reality where we are organic and divine. The high realms are filled with divine energy, infinite intelligence, unconditional love, and no separation between real unity and oneness. The unfolding of Earth will bring changes for humanity to move forward. All of mankind is not meant to stay on Earth at this time. Only the souls who have purified themselves will stay to experience the changes on Earth. The Lightworkers were specifically chosen to become the builders of New Earth. We were picked and chosen because we were beings of service, and we were being service to others and mankind. God the Beret handpicked us to be a creator of the New Earth. As Lightworkers, we will feel a new energy surge. We are moving into the original creation that God intended for us to live in. We are fragmented energy from the same source. There are souls who are doing a fast ascension, around 2 million ascension candidates, and there are souls that are ascending slower to be here on Earth still to help with the straggler souls that have not awakened. You are being released from old patterns to prepare you for your ascension. We are in the final days of ascension. The ascension experience can be very smooth or it can be rough, depending on how much work remains for you to complete in order to ascend. The need to release toxic relationships that no longer serve you, dealing with dense energies, accepting where you are right now in your ascension journey, allowing the God Source energy to assist you in clearing out your dense energies. That means you need to totally connect to God the Beret. If you allow yourself to soften and lean into the process of your experience, it will be so much happier for you and rewarding. Let go. It's so much easier than holding on to safe, toxic patterns. Our world, as we experience it, was made with a preset of determined structures, of determined mechanisms. The material form which we live in deemed to be relevant and significant in this initial stage of the evolution of consciousness. Humanity is a collective living in the material form for a period of time. The construct of karmic cycles are part of the construct of this reality. As we ascend, the construct of this reality is changing, including the cycles of karma. This transformational phase is entirely dependent on the individual's awakening. We get challenges from our own collective to help ourselves with our evolutional process. True alignment and peace will be found when awakening and self-realization occurs. The steps to self-realization are being in a true silence, a trust that evolution is occurring within you in this very moment. A deeper inner knowing will provide alignment and realization. This evolution process will bring us everlasting peace. We have become obsessed with comparisons with others. We do not know others' real journey. Only God knows their journey, and depending on their level, the soul obstacles will be removed from their path. In case of the full ascended masters, being entrenched in the positive will be so intense that the negative side will become weightless, not part of your evolution anymore. When you conquer your experiences, keep yourself elevated and practicing good thoughts and vibrations, your path will become lighter. Do not compare yourselves with others. Each soul has their own mission in this evolution. It is all about brain heart. Evolution does not stop when a person awakens out of the third dimensional belief system. That is just the beginning of the third dimension. Is the bottom level of the very high dimensional ladder, and evolution continues infinity. God is infinite. God reveals itself only when an individual is prepared and ready. Ascension is nothing more than the expansion of consciousness through integrating the truth in our consciousness. There is only one consciousness. Every personalization of this one consciousness is already a complete person. But when some souls don't understand this concept, they continue to create and live in the world of illusion, experiencing various forms of duality and separation they have unknowingly created for themselves. You serve the higher light consciousness, the Shekhinah, and it assists with Earth's ascension simply by being inside of you, and you assist by simply being who you are. The whole purpose of choosing to be on Earth in these intense times is to assist to the ones that are still asleep and to help them awaken to their true nature. God is not an old man in the sky, but rather an omnipresent consciousness, which in turn makes everything seen, heard, tasted, touched, and smelled on the third dimension, the material concept of reality. The divine finds and recognizes the divine light, and the divine light will find other lights. As we ignite our light, it ignites light in others. It takes a very strong person to be able to sit with themselves, calm their storms, and heal all their issues without trying to bring someone else into that chaos. Your journey into self-love is just that. The body has blockages due to placing blame outside of ourselves, taking responsibility for everything that happens in our life, and placing the blame on no one outside yourself but you allows yourself to be empowered. Remember, we are not what others think we are. We are what God knows we are. Once we stop placing blame outside ourselves, we will no longer have any triggers, because now we have become the creator of our own reality. The moment that you start acting like life is a blessing, then it starts feeling like one. Stop attracting problems by imagining the worst case scenario for all situations. Instead, tell yourself the story you want to hear. You will continue to unconsciously attract and see problems until you retrain your mind to stop immediately jumping to negativity. Jumping to negativity is a very common pattern of thinking that we inherited due to generational trauma. It is our responsibility as a collective to break this pattern. Once a deeper realization of truth takes place, it does not mean we leave our ordinary life behind, but rather means you understand and have blended the higher truths regarding yourself and the other worlds. You can live in the world but not be of it. Every person is co-creating with God the Bore from the substance of their consciousness. The divine plan has been activated and is unfolding for the highest good of all. Your job is to hold the light and the truth while trusting the Bore that all is proceeding according to the plan of God the Divine. Be well and be blessed.